falando do quê? Da Fórmula Indy?
Olá, está no ar o Sport Sensacional do meu amigo e querido apresentador Aldo de Melo. E para o nosso segundo bloco, para o segundo bloco dele, para o vosso segundo bloco, vamos entrar na Fórmula 1.
Não, vamos começar com a Fórmula
Indy. Bom, vamos para a Indy. A Indy tivemos dois brasileiros espetaculares que fizeram duas carreiras, eu digo carreiras, ele diz, dois grandes prémios, muito bons, alavancados por um azar, por uma sorte e por um azar depois, até nas bandeiras. Eu acho que os dois foram prejudicados, mas há que registrar tanto o Elinho Castro Neves como o Tony Canova fizeram um GP já merecedor daquilo que eles já andam ameaçando já há 3, 4 anos, que é um deles ser campeão do mundo. Isso está aí, acredita-se que este ano isso possa acontecer, Aldo, mas tivemos uma largada fenomenal.
Uma largada fantástica, o Elinho dominou a grande maioria das voltas.
O Elinho ganha pontos por liderar, por ser o maior que é diferente da Fórmula 1, por ser quantas mais voltas lidera tem uns pontos extras. O Canova fez uma grande corrida e só foi.
O Elinho também, o Elinho só perdeu.
O Elinho venceu o grande prémio se não fosse o arrebentamento do pneu.
Se não estourasse o pneu dele, ele dificilmente.
Mas visto que passou nos dois carros, o Elinho e o João Paulo Montoya. Quando o Elinho teve esse problema, foi para os boxes, veio e teve que fazer uma corrida de remontada, e o João Paulo Montoya, que assumiu a liderança quando o Elinho foi, teve o mesmo problema, no mesmo pneu. Será que é coincidência ou será que era defeito do pneu da máquina?
Não, que tu acha? Eu acho que era sujeira na pista mesmo.
Também?
Sujeira na pista.
No lado.
E depois tivemos o Tony Canova, que vinha muito bem, vinha. Entrou no box para fazer a troca, que era a hora de todo mundo fazer. Foi ele entrar, deu uma bandeira amarela.
Beneficiou quem? O cara, o atual campeão do mundo.
Aquele
tem assim, tem uma sorte deste tamanho, foi campeão do mundo assim, e termina o Dixon, que para mim não é piloto ao nível, é um bom piloto, porque faz-me lembrar o Prost, anda sempre à espera do erro dos outros. Já viste que ele não corre para vencer, ele estratégico, ele vai à espera do erro dos outros.
É um grande estrategista.
Mas faz-me lembrar o Prost na Fórmula 1. E foi ele que venceu, seguido do Pagenot, do francês que lidera o campeonato.
Só inverno.
Sim, o Pagenot
em primeiro.
E só que tem que ser terceiro.
Continua.
O nosso querido, o terceiro foi o Will Power, que assim eu gosto desse piloto. Não foi o Will Power.
O Ryan Hunter Ray.
O Will Power nem ficou nos 10. Mas o Hunter Ray, que anda também sempre aí, também é um bom piloto. E o Elinho em quarto. O Canova, o Elinho ficou nesse primeiro.
Essa é a mesma notícia que eu li, né? Está lá no site da Band, dizendo que o Elinho ficou em quarto.
Não, isso foi para nos confundir então. Mas eu nem li. Eu passei por cima, eu vi no final, como já te disse no bloco 1, ando com o coração meio ocupado, então a mente também segue o coração. Então, desculpa se não bem estou preparado, mas eu não li esse, mas sei que há aí uma notícia bastante desencontrada até
eu acho que eles confundiram simplesmente o nome
dos dois,
por causa das equipes. Foram as duas equipes.
Mas foi a Bandeirantes não tem tempo, tem funcionários suficientes para fazer
isso acontece, é erro de digitação na hora de puxar o nome para cá.
Pode acontecer à TV Arte, não eles. Esses erros eles não se toleram. A nós sim, que somos amadores.
Eu acho que eles vão verificar até o final do dia e mudam.
Bom, então foi esse o resultado.
O Pagenot na frente,
o Dixon em
segundo e os brasileiros ficaram em quinto e sexto, né, na
classificação das duas provas. E dentro de 15 dias teremos mais um grande prémio que nós estaremos aqui para falar dele. Na minha querida Fórmula 1, eu estou triste, claro. O cavalinho vermelho ficou em segundo lugar com o recorde. Então, não? Quem está mostrando o que quer é o nosso amigo alemão. O cara...
Você gostou da notícia que eu te mandei agora? Quem venceu? O alemão. Qual deles?
Claro, você mandou para mim, inbox. Eu perguntei, quem venceu a Fórmula 1? Porque não vi, dadas as minhas circunstâncias atualmente pessoais, mas o alemão, qual deles? Porque eu não tinha visto,
já saiu lá.
Eu não tinha visto que o Vettel saiu. Eu sou fã do Vettel, toda a gente sabe, acho que ele é um piloto extraordinário. Gosto muito mesmo do Rosberg. Acho que tem sido injustiçado e ele está com esse trauma de ser o segundão sempre, mas gosto muito
Eu acho que
dele.
ele está mudando isso.
Tá, e olha, duas vitórias em 2016.
Quinta vitória seguida.
Quinta vitória seguida, porque ele terminou ganhando as 3 do Mundial do ano passado, embora não foi campeão. E eu só tenho pena que vai pôr isso difícil para o meu vermelhinho, para o meu...
Eu acho que se o Vettel tivesse tido problema com o motor antes da largada...
O Vettel disputava o Grande Prémio.
Disputaria.
Não, ele disputaria porque o recorde.
Sabemos
que o Vettel era mais
pela largada.
Você viu a largada dele? Ele está largado bem.
Pela largada que deu o Raikkonen, o Vettel estando na posição, ele ficaria no mínimo em terceiro ali atrás do...
E disputava com eles.
E provavelmente passaria os dois.
Eu acredito. Então, isto só quer dizer que vamos ter um Mundial, não foi a classificação, falei.
A corrida foi uma corrida boa. A Williams não chegou melhor colocado por erro de estratégia.
Não achas, só temos dois GPs, duas carreiras. Não achas que a Williams está cometendo vários erros? Já cometeu no outro com o Bottas, agora com o Massa.
Agora cometeu com o Massa.
Tu não achas que a Williams
erro de estratégia.
Está algo errado na Williams? Porque se tu estava com o Williams, aproximar.
Eu acho que a Williams não melhorou tanto assim como esperava. É que também não usaram o equipamento todo que tem ainda. Né?
O novo bico ainda não veio.
Entendeu? Que vão
Já disse que tem, que não tem, mas será que é segredo?
Eles usaram ontem a nova asa.
A asa nova, mas o segredo da Williams dizem que é o bico.
Usaram a nova asa móvel, já deu um novo rendimento para o carro. Você já viu o carro. O grande problema deles não chegarem mais à frente foi justamente o erro de estratégia. Para fazer duas paradas somente, quando os outros fizeram 3. Eu acho que se tivessem feito os 3 e mantido o super macio para o final, teriam se dado melhor chegar.
Sabe o que eu estou gostando na Fórmula 1 cada vez mais?
Grosjean.
Não, o Grosjean já disse que era um grande piloto, a gente falou isso. E tanto é que está aí, Está aí, o cara está sexto 2 vezes. Quarto de novo, as 2 vezes quarto. Mas sabe o que é? Do Max Verstappen. Eu acho que esse vai ser o cara. Está na Toro Rosso. A
Toro Rosso progrediu bastante.
Acho que o Verstappen vai ser o parceiro. Olha, ver o que eu te estou dizendo com 18 meses de seleção. Acho que vai ser o parceiro do Vettel. Agora, ver uma duplazinha na Ferrari de 2 pilotos desses seria ouro sobre azul.
Vão acabar se pegando.
Já vamos para a nossa terceira parte deste segundo bloco, que hoje não vamos falar do Valentim nem do outro, hoje vamos falar de 2 novos que apareceram aí. Mas a Fórmula 1, pois como já disse o Aldo, foi ele que viu por mim a ter o vencedor Mercedes, Ferrari e Mercedes.
Hamilton terceiro. Uma corrida de recuperação também. Foi tocado pelo...
Ih, rapaz.
Ele largou mal.
Largou muito mal. Ficou em 6º.
Não, mas ele caiu para 6º, 7º, justamente por causa desse toque que ele tomou. Pelo próprio Bottas.
Pelo Bottas também caiu para trás.
Caiu porque teve que passar no Bottas.
Podem mostrar aqui com as imagens aqui desta saída. E então temos em primeiro lugar o Rosberg liderando com
40 pontos.
40 pontos.
Ganhou 2.
Não, 40 não, porque
40, não.
ele ganhou 2, não, são 50 pontos. 50, que são 25 pontos
agora?
25 são. 25, 18, 15, 12.
Não, isso é na...
E na Fórmula 1.
A Fórmula 1 mudou também, não era 20, 18?
Não.
Aumentaram 5 pontos.
Já desde o ano passado. Ou é 20, 18, 15, 12. 20, 18, 15, 12. Está em liderado, está em segundo a mesma Mercedes que é o Hamilton. E em terceiro está o Grosjean. Não, o Raikkonen.
Em terceiro, o Grosjean em
quarto.
O Felipe Massa vem logo em seguida.
Não, o Vettel à frente com 15 e o Felipe com 12. O Vettel,
14.
O Felipe? Não, mas o Vettel tem 15, está à frente do Felipe Massa. Porque tem 15 pontos, foi o terceiro lugar, que é exatamente 20, 18. Mas corrijo-me e a direção me possa corrigir, eu acho que é 25 pontos. Pode ver aí, ó diretor. Eu acho que é 25 pontos, corrija aí, mas eu acho que é 25 pontos.
Bom, no final vocês vão ver a tabelinha aqui com a
classificação
total deles.
Total deles e das marcas e dos pilotos.
Um pouquinho antes dos vídeos que nós vamos deixar para vocês verem também,
acompanho os vídeos da carreira, eu também vou ver
tanto da Indy quanto da Fórmula 1.
E agora vamos falar daquilo que eu gostei este fim de semana, que eu isso sim que vi. Não perdi, estava meio ocupado, mas fiz questão de ver, porque eu, sem ser mandiná, porque a nossa mandiná é o Mr. Aldo, sem ser a mandiná, eu também prognostiquei que ia dar, como diz o meu advogado, eu sabia que isso ia dar M. E deu. Aldo, tu viste as últimas 4 voltas da MotoGP?
Vi.
O que é que você acha disso?
Malandragem do Valentino.
Diretor completo. Diretor, enquanto a gente fala, põe umas imagens aqui atrás, só para aguentar a nossa conversa, para os web telespectadores verem o que é. Aldo, o Valentino o cara é rato, não é? Ele sabe.
Ele estava disputando a posição.
Ele estava com o Iannone e com o do Vicioso.
O Vicioso.
O Danone vinha atrás.
Os dois.
E ele se retirou.
Os dois ali pegam. Quando ele vê o Iannone chegando, o que ele faz?
Retirou-se.
Ele dá uma segurada na moto.
Você viu que ele levantou o pé? Ele é o último sempre a frear. E nesta altura, ele levantou o pé.
Levantou, deixou o cara passar, os dois começaram a se pegar, e ele ficou acompanhando até que o cara fez a besteira. Foram os dois da Ducati puxando.
Aldo, o que é que pode passar na cabeça de um cara como o Iannone, que já não é um cara inexperiente, já é um cara que leva vários anos na MotoGP, para fazer isso? Não era melhor eles manterem o segundo e o terceiro lugar?
Isso deveria vir uma ordem de...
Para a marca.
Deveria vir uma ordem de boxe, né? Exigindo.
Para a marca, para quem fosse. Manter o terceiro e o quinto. Manter o terceiro e o quarto. Manter o segundo e o terceiro. Não, mas pô, vamos supor, dessa guerra... se não nos vamos jogar, o Valentino passa. Não importa. Mas deixa passar. E não era melhor eles serem terceiro, quarto e quinto, ou terceiro e quarto, do que os dois irem para o chão?
Sim, seria melhor. Eu acho, no caso, quando o Valentino deixou passar, o Valentino já não conseguia mais acompanhar.
Já não tinha
mais fôlego para ir. E tanto é que eles abriram o Valentino.
Abriram?
O Valentino não se envolveu no acidente justamente por
porque
estava longe.
10, 15 metros atrás. Não estava muito longe, mas estava o suficiente para passar.
Estava longe o suficiente para escapar do acidente. E se ele está mais próximo, não tinha como
Eu acho que o Valentino deu uma risada, porque ele deu uma risada.
Tanto é que você vê que ele passa ali e para a moto rindo, né? Para a moto ganhou o segundo lugar.
E automaticamente ficou beneficiado o Pedrosa, que foi vencedor.
Ele foi para terceiro.
E o Pedrosa chegou em terceiro. E o Marques que venceu, né? Já está liderando.
O Marques é que deve ter ficado bravo, né?
Não, o Marques ficou contente.
Não, ficou bravo.
Por quê?
Não, liderar ele já estava um caminhão lá na frente.
Não, mas não ia liderar o campeonato, quem ia era o... Não, se os dois terminassem, quem ia liderar era o...
Mas a briga dele não é
o do Vicioso.
A briga dele é com o Valentino.
É com o Valentino.
Por isso que ele ficou bravo.
Eu estava contente. Não é nada comigo aí. Não é nada comigo. E tivemos um grande prémio agitadinho, com várias ultrapassagens, com várias definições ao limite e, por que não dizer, que passaram todos os limites, principalmente o Iannone. Analisem vocês esta imagem em câmara lenta para dizerem se isto é uma avistagem, como dizem os baianos, cabra avistado, para fazer uma coisa destas na última volta.
Literalmente, faltando 4 curvas, né?
4 curvas. Na última volta faltando 4 curvas. É cabra avistado mesmo e assim deu mais emoção porque a Yamaha e a Honda, né? A Honda, para termos este campeonato que vai ser, se não é de um lado é do outro, até está vindo onde a gente não esperava. O Valentino vai dormir bem.
Isso prova que a Ducati melhorou bem
muito,
e tem condições de brigar pelo título.
Vai brigar, estava brigado por a segunda posição, foi segundo no outro grande prémio, que tem condições não, vai brigar. E olha, é com isso que estamos chegando ao fim.
Tem condições que é por causa dos dois, né?
Não, a Ducati ainda tem, mesmo à frente, sim. Eu entendi agora, que eu esqueci que tu nunca perdes a piada, entendi. Se continuarem a fazer isso, até o Héctor Bárbara, que é com a campanha do vai passar, vou eu também. Este Aldo é assim mesmo. Então, é com estas imagens que o Sr. Aldo vai puxar agora aqui para vocês poderem despedir. Eu, da minha parte, é um prazer estar aqui com vocês falando sempre um pouquinho destas coisas e até à próxima. Não esquecendo que depois do programa vai fechar o meu querido, não esquecendo, vocês mulheres que nos veem, que não são muitas, mas não são poucas.
Está fazendo muito comercial para o Nelson.
De novo, sou Nelson. O Nelson do Bar dos Amigos é um homem com 58 anos de idade, microempresário com situação resolvida, que está a fim de conseguir um amor sério para a sua vida, para o seu coração. Então, mulheres com menos de 50 anos, com mais de 25, de palmeirenses de preferência, podem se inscrever aqui no stefania.futebolpaixão@gmail.com. Se consigo uma corintiana, pode dar um ataque cardíaco ao Nelson. Pode dar um ataque. Mas ele também diz que pode ser corintiana, São Paulina, ou Santista, ou lá do Vitória da Bahia dele. Tem é que ser mulher, tem que ser elegante e tem que querer uma relação séria. Não esqueçam, o e-mail é o que está aqui na vossa frente, stefania.futebolpaixão@gmail.com, e seja uma das 10 candidatas escolhidas para no dia 10 de maio, vejam bem, o dia da Nossa Senhora de Fátima lá em Portugal, ele poder vir aqui nos nossos estúdios fazer a gravação do programa ao vivo connosco e escolher as 3 candidatas finais, para depois almoçar com elas, ou jantar, conhecerem-se e ele poder escolher o amor da vida dele. Você que está sozinha, você que quer ganhar, inscreva-se, tá bom? Senhor Aldo.
Bom, gente, vou deixar vocês agora com as imagens da Fórmula Indy e da Fórmula 1 e aguardo vocês na semana que vem. Um grande beijo no coração de todos, até lá.
Beijo e boa noite.
Here him shifting, he's downshifting for the corners now, trying to set up a pass and be in the right RPM range coming off the corner to get a run on Will Power.
It's only going to happen if he gets a little bit of a stack-up effect with Dixon continuing to work on lap traffic.
Tony Kanaan fight his way onto the podium. He's got to get by Will Power, and the laps continue to wind down.
Got 2 lapped cars in front of Dixon that are not giving way to these front runners to let them go. So this is really what stacked it up here. We've got those 2 cars right in front of the target car, the red and yellow car.
That's Hinchcliffe and Aloysian. Hinchcliffe 2 laps down. Sorry, Hinchcliffe and Philippi. Philippi 7 laps down.
Great view of the gap between Will Power and Tony Kanaan. Scott Dixon out in front by 0.4 of a second in front of Simon Pagenaud. They run 1 and 2. The battle for third continues. Will Power and Tony Kanaan.
I think really what's happening here is Dixon just, he knows he's holding the gap. He's not going to stick his neck out and put himself in a bad spot. So he's just really just pacing the field and hoping that the officials will make the call for him.
Ryan Hunter-Reay almost got into the wall. We've seen some aggressive moves out of Ryan Hunter-Reay tonight.
Whoa.
Oh, and a big catch.
Pretty loose. Oh,
he did actually catch the wall.
Yeah, that's lucky to get away with that. He's got a wing broken.
Yep.
And that could be a yellow. We got a piece of carbon in the middle of the front straightaway. So
looks like the right rear wheel pod. You can see it flapping around that middle element.
They're checking the track to see if there's anything out.
If he was already loose, that's going to make him even more loose, Townsend. You show that piece that's gone.
You can see that flapping piece right there. And like you said, Paul, that piece of debris is sitting somewhere. And with 2 tires that have already gone down tonight, I'm sure race control will take a hard look at where that ended up.
And potentially that carbon fiber could have blown off of the racetrack already with some of these cars going by.
No, it's not, because I saw something flying down the front straightaway right at the start-finish line. There was a piece flapping down the front straightaway, so it's on the front straightaway.
Are you working for a restart here?
I'd like to see one.
Ryan Hunter-Reay is, by the way. He loves the restart.
Saturday night shootout here at the end, and Phoenix style. There's that piece right there.
There's the piece you mentioned.
You run over that, and you will get a flat tire.
And it definitely could be in the groove if they're coming out of turn number 4 fighting for position. Under 5 laps of racing to go. Scott Dixon 5 away from his first win at Phoenix.
Kanaan still trying to find a way past. And look at now, with this lap traffic now, Rahal is now caught up. He was 5 seconds behind Kanaan, and now he's caught the tail end of the pack. That shows you what the pace they're running.
Question is, what can he do when he gets there? We saw what happened with Hunter-Reay, who was trying to really push it there. And got up wide and into the fence, was able to continue as Graham almost gets into the wall at the exit of 4. And I think that piece of debris was just clipped by somebody, Paul. I just saw it kick up in the air there. It might have been Rahal.
Rahal high again. Newgarden getting a run.
Here comes
He
Newgarden.
blocks the inside, so he was high again. Looks like Rahal's car is pushing because he almost hit the wall in 4, and then again in 2. And here we go.
And the cautions come out.
Saturday night shootout, Phoenix style.
You just lit up like a Christmas tree, my friend. It's about to get real.
Oh my goodness.
Now, do you take tires?
Good question. Who's on the tail end of the lead lap? That would be Castro Neves. And remember, lap cars have to go to the back. So if you're Hunter Ray, Castro Neves, you can take fresh rubber and have a shot.
The problem with 2 laps to go is I don't think they have time to do anything.
Well, the piece of debris is blowing in the wind right there.
This would be a shame to end it under yellow because it would be great to see.
There's the white flag and the yellow being displayed. It looks as though this one might end under yellow.
This is the white flag lap.
Yeah, I don't think it would have affected the final result in terms of where the earned positions would have ended up, but maybe they just stop them on the backstretch, Paul.
Yeah, I mean, we saw that piece for quite a while. There was an opportunity to have a little shootout here, maybe some strategy, and just a little bit too late of a call, which is a shame to end this under yellow. It would have been nice to see some strategy play out like Iowa. Guys take tires, and, leader stays out, and then it's a whole different story.
Well, not a shame for this guy. An absolutely flawless job again for Scott Dixon. 39th career win for Scott Dixon, his first at Phoenix. And the 4-time champion. He's in the win column in 2016.
Well done, boys. Good to see you. Great pit stops, man. Strategy. Thank you very much. Well done.
As you can see, just calm, the Iceman. He's not overexcited. It's just another win racked up in the record books, and that's why he's a 4-time champion.
In fashion, Scott Dixon makes it look easy, and he wins here at Phoenix.
16 World Championship. Lights out, away we go, and Hamilton tries to make the breakaway. Rosberg made a good start. Hamilton's going to slot into second. Rosberg making the perfect getaway, and up into third has got the Williams of Bottas, and Massa's trying to contact. He hits the Mercedes. Hamilton in contact there with Bottas at the first corner.
And there'll be more contact here, surely, as they all squeeze through turn 2 and 3, but he gets away with it. But there was some bodywork fell off the side of the Mercedes, and the front wing damage as well, if you look front right.
Yeah, indeed. Definite contact and damage to Hamilton. He's dropped back down through the field, and he's got a massive amount of work to do now. It's Rosberg who leads. Massa is in second place. Bottas in third, despite that little bit of an incident between himself and Hamilton and everyone else. Look at him.
Down the inside Hamilton, but he's not used to being in amongst this pack.
Gutierrez, that is, he's trying to get past in the Haas.
Will be Rosberg. Is he coming to pit? I suspect so.
Raikkonen's got past Ricciardo. Those new tyres are certainly working for him. But it's interesting, isn't it? And that's Danny Kvyat up ahead of him, and he's in position. He's third in this race at the moment because he's not made a pit stop. Remember, he started all the way down in 15th position. Meanwhile, Rosberg is into the pits. Race leader in Bahrain into the pits. He goes off the super soft tyres onto the soft and sets off. And once again, Mercedes are looking supreme right here. Max Verstappen, this was a moment ago, with Sergio. Oh, that was when we saw the little bit of debris around.
Well, it looked like the barge board actually fell off the Force India. So look at the camera shot ahead. Yep, and oh yeah, the front wing of the McLaren hit that. So Hamilton's also, it's a double stop. And did they do anything with the front wing?
I'm not
we
sure
haven't had
they
the
did.
chance to see that, but double stop there, and Mercedes protecting against the undercut from the Ferrari of Raikkonen, who's gone through.
And Hamilton comes back out behind Ricciardo and Massa, and Hamilton on the different tyre to Rosberg. This is going to be fun, right? And look at that, as you say, Ricciardo and Raikkonen really charging. Oh no, with Kvyat now. Raikkonen trying to get past Kvyat. So down the inside, getting past a car that's done plenty of laps on a set of tyres. There's no way really Kvyat could defend from the Ferrari. Kvyat trying to go as far as possible on this first set of tyres. And we've just seen that the fastest lap has just been set by Romain Grosjean at the moment, which is pretty impressive. So let's give you a run down the order. What's happening? Well, Rosberg continues to lead this race at the moment. Raikkonen's now in second, Kvyat's third, but due a pit stop, well, in a little while, but he's on the harder tyre to start the race. Ricciardo's in fourth, Massa is fifth, Hamilton in the background is in sixth place, Romain Grosjean going well in seventh, Max Verstappen in eighth, Stoffel van Dorn is in ninth, and Sergio Perez is in 10th. Well, Hamilton not giving up the fight at all here today, and he's got to try and find a way past the other Williams, not the one he crashed with earlier. This is Felipe Massa, and what's going on here? This is Perez.
And his teammate Hulkenberg.
Yeah, so they're having a good old dice, the two of them. They're on different tyres, so let's see what... Oh, and coming past both people, one of them is
Bottas has just got the inside as well. That's down into turn 10, and he's on the white sidewall tyres. So great display of three different compounds being used. The primary one should be on the lead Force India, but of course they don't last as long.
Here comes Ricciardo on Kvyat, and in the background Hamilton on Massa. Ricciardo should have it fairly easy, and Hamilton makes it look easy, and the damage on his car is not slowing him down at this point.
Well, it looks to me that they've changed the front wing on that Mercedes. He had end plate damage, if I recall. He certainly had bargeboard damage, so that might explain why Hamilton, he's now 17 seconds behind Rosberg, Raikkonen 11 seconds, so he's lost 6 seconds in that battle to Raikkonen. He was pretty close to before. This is down into turn 1.
Ah, there was a mistake from Perez.
Yeah. Okay, we're just getting confirmation there was no front wing change on the Mercedes, and it gets driven off the circuit. So, well, lead car has the decision of where to go.
Perez has done that before here when he was racing his teammate at the time, Jenson Button, if you remember, a few years ago. But as you say, I don't think Hulkenberg can really complain. Perez was always going to take his line. So Hamilton has now got past Kvyat, so he's into fourth position. He's chasing after Daniel Ricciardo now. Still a great opportunity here for Hamilton. And remember, he's on different tyres to those that Rosberg is using. He's gone for the hardest compound available. He's looking for a nice long stint here in the middle part of the race, whereas Rosberg will have to do a shorter stint and put these medium tyres on probably later on in the race. Kvyat, Danny Kvyat there, he's struggling now on those tyres a little bit. He's running in 5th place, but right now it's looking difficult for him to be able to hold on to that position as Felipe Massa bears down on him. Mercedes power unit in the back of that Williams, and that's certainly going to help him down the straight. The Williams have the fastest speed trap figures, and yeah, he's straight down the inside, sparks flying, but Felipe Massa takes the position, although Kvyat doesn't want to give it up, and he's just put himself on the inside for turn 2. In the end, it wasn't enough. Karun, what have you got for us?
Yeah, one thing to keep in mind, Ben, is that the medium compound tyre is supposed to work better in cooler conditions than the yellow wall soft tyre. So perhaps that's what the Mercedes side of the garage, where the engineers on Lewis's side, are thinking of.
Yeah, good point. And Karun, it was a couple of years ago here, wasn't it, when the two cars were on different tyres, that we got such a great race out of it.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and I hope it's going to build up to it. But Lewis at the moment, he's 18 seconds behind Rosberg. That's nearly a pit stop now behind him.
Yeah, big gap to make up, and in a car that's certainly not perfect.
Yeah. Well, whilst that was going on, Daniel Kvyat, in trying to hold the position to Massa, made himself slow along the back straight to 4. He got passed by Grosjean, who's making good progress on those super soft tyres. 37.9 for him last time around in comparison to Rosberg at 37.4. So an incredible performance, I would say, from the Haas car, running so quickly and consistently on those super soft tyres.
Yeah, doing another fine job, aren't they? Raikkonen was fastest last lap around, but Hamilton definitely getting closer to Daniel Ricciardo here. Not close enough to make a move just yet, but is he going to be as they come down the start-finish straight? He picks up the DRS. He's very well positioned here, Lewis Hamilton. He's going to try and take 3rd place from the Red Bull, and there's absolutely nothing that Daniel Ricciardo could do about it. Danny Kvyat's heading for the pits behind, but Hamilton has moved into 3rd place, and Romain Grosjean, as you say, David, on these super soft tyres, has now caught Felipe Massa. Into the pits comes Danny Kvyat, certainly having a better run of it than he did in qualifying. I think he's put the soft tyre on, the yellow-walled soft tyre, and here comes Romain Grosjean now. Can't quite get alongside the Williams to make the move, but Massa's gone a bit wide there. Don't know if there's going to be another chance for Grosjean.
Well, interestingly, with Massa there, with the white sidewall tyres, like Hamilton, and we can expect them to try and two-stop this afternoon, which would mean that their next stop would be around the mid-30s. And Grosjean on the super soft is going to more than likely have to three-stop. Can he go round the outside? I wouldn't try it down through the kink at 9, but will he get a good drive off 10 here?
Yeah, this is a great place. Pick up the DRS. Look how well positioned he is. Good traction off the corner. He is ideally placed. Ferrari power here in the Haas, and it's got the legs of the Williams, and he's down the inside. And Romain Grosjean moves into 5th place. Well, he finished 6th last time out in Australia on the debut of the team. But remember, he's on a different strategy. He's likely to make another pit stop, maybe an extra pit stop to some of the others, but it's working well for him now because he's gaining track position. And Romain Grosjean loving this new team, this new car that's heavily influenced by Ferrari. A lot of Ferrari parts on it, but nonetheless, they've had to put it all together, and this was how Grosjean got past.
Well, again, that's the second of the DRS points on that back straight, and not much the Mercedes-powered Williams could do against that Ferrari-powered Haas with DRS. And Frank Williams has seen it all in his time as a team principal, team owner.
Seeing Valtteri Bottas just go through, he's in 9th. The two Saubers are still close to one another. Felipe Nasr in 10th, Ericsson is 11th, and right behind them and keeping up with them is Pascal Wehrlein in the Manor. So a good effort this by the Manor team. They really have moved up in terms of competitiveness. There's the Brazilian Felipe Nasr, hit the Swedish teammate right behind Marcus Ericsson, and then Pascal Wehrlein, the German, only in his 2nd ever Grand Prix, and he is right in the game there. Now, just looking in the background, you can see Kvyat having rejoined after the tyre stop, and then you've got the bright yellow Renault, the only Renault still in the race. That's Kevin Magnussen. He started from the pit lane. We lost Jolyon Palmer right at the very start of the race. Technical problem putting him out, but Kevin Magnussen is still going. He's currently in 14th position. He's ahead of Rio Haryanto, Sergio Perez, Nico Hulkenberg and Carlos Sainz. Sainz bringing up the rear at the moment after picking up that puncture early on in the Grand Prix.
Well, you mentioned Haryanto running in 15th and his teammate Wehrlein in 12th. He's only 10 seconds down the road with his teammate and matching him lap time wise. So again, another strong performance from Rio. All the spotlight is on Pascal Wehrlein as the current DTM champion and serial winner in the lower formulas. But Rio Haryanto has really impressed me with his debut as Sebastian Vettel in his Civics has made his way to the pit wall.
So disappointing to lose him before the race had even begun. Now, Max Verstappen is looking racy. He's behind Felipe Massa there. So can the Toro Rosso find a way through? The Toro Rosso runs last year's Ferrari engine, so it's in better shape than it was when it was running the Renault engine, but it certainly doesn't have the best power units in the field. Verstappen looking to score points here today. If he could do so, it would be the first time that this Toro Rosso team has ever scored points in Bahrain. They made their debut as Toro Rosso here in 2006, so it's never been a very successful outing for them. Maybe there's an opportunity to change that. As I say that, my goodness, seconds between them.
Well, it'll be interesting to know just how much management's going on by Rosberg and how much of this is genuine lay down of pace. What would Sebastian Vettel done? This has been a good track for Raikkonen, but he was still just a wee bit behind Vettel in qualifying and through free practice, so we have to assume that Vettel might have been filling that gap and therefore filling the mirrors of Nico Rosberg. Bodes well for the rest of the season.
It does indeed. And Lewis Hamilton, of course, in 3rd place. He's some 14 seconds behind Raikkonen, still driving a car that got a fair bit of damage on it in the very first corner of the race. But it's been a great drive this by Hamilton. He's consolidated his 3rd place, and whilst the car might not be up to competing against Raikkonen and chasing after his teammate Rosberg, this is what Hamilton needed as a kind of damage limitation exercise. Bottas, of course, served the drive-through penalty for the contact that was made between the two of them in the early part, well, right at the start of the Grand Prix. We're back to Pascal Wehrlein, and he is now attacking Marcus Ericsson, and Ericsson's medium compound tyres. Ooh, where Wehrlein made a mistake there.
Yeah, he's lost some time, just been a bit too deep into the turn, and that's affected his straight line speed. Gets the benefit of DRS though, because the activation point is before you reach the apex at turn 10.
I think Ericsson's trying to make it through on 2 stops. His medium compound tyres, though, could go off completely in the last few laps if they haven't judged this correctly. And
heading the cliff, or falling off the cliff actually, and it was fairly spectacular when it happened. But it does seem that they tend to degrade more progressively than we've seen with Pirelli in the past. But Pascal Wehrlein on those super soft tyres and driving extremely well, it can only be a matter of time. Mercedes against Ferrari power. Pat Fry there, formerly of McLaren, well, formerly of Benetton, then McLaren, then Ferrari, and now at Manor, sitting alongside Dave Ryan, who is a long-time McLaren person and went off to run some sports car team for a period of time before the call of Formula One was too much for him. The lure of working with a small team, helping build them, and those young racers, seeing the next generation coming into the sport.
The good news is the other car is still running too, that of Rio Haryanto. He has dropped to the tail of the cars that are still going, but Rio Haryanto hopefully will get a race finish in, which he didn't manage in Australia. There was a technical problem on the car. We have had 5 cars go out of this Grand Prix right at the start. Before the start, we lost Sebastian Vettel, we lost Jolyon Palmer. He pulled into the pit lane before they all set off. Then we lost Jenson Button, Esteban Gutierrez, another retirement, and Carlos Sainz, making it 5 at this stage. 17 cars are still running. Rosberg is the race leader, looking for 2 wins out of 2 races this year, and adding to the 3 race wins that he had. In succession at the end of last year. So Rosberg really does seem to be on a roll. Things are going his way. He got the start just right today, and that basically has meant that he has had control ever since. There's confirmation of those drivers that are out of the race, and for Carlos Sainz it'll be tough to watch his teammate Max Verstappen heading towards looks to be
Force India mirror there by the looks of it.
Yeah.
There's not any other orange mirrors out there, is there?
Not that I know. So I guess it must be off one of them. We'll have to have a close look at.
He'll only be able to admire himself whichever one has fallen off in one mirror.
Look at Wehrlein. He's got a little chance again. Defends the place, and fair enough, just eases out, and Wehrlein has to back off out of it. But good to see some hard charges. And it has been a Grand Prix for the new generation to a certain extent. Stoffel van Dorn making his debuts, running around in 10th place. He's comfortably ahead of Magnussen. 6 seconds behind Valtteri Bottas. So Van Dorn on target for his first points on his debut.
No, the first person, or the last person I should say, that scored points in his debut, not in the first Grand Prix, as we see him running very wide on the Sauber. The last person to do that was Sebastian Vettel, driving for BMW as it was.
I think Kevin Magnussen did it, didn't he? Because when he made his debut...
Not in the first Grand Prix, Ben.
Oh, I see.
Second, not the first one of the season. So.
Yeah.
So it's a demi-stat rather than a real...
Yeah. Well, Pascal Wehrlein having a little look, trying to find a way past Ericsson. This is for 12th now, so a little further away from the points that were on offer a while ago. Van Dorn in 10th place. The gap between the 2 leaders just gone up a bit to 8 seconds now, so it doesn't look as though Rosberg is managing any difficulties, technical problems. 2 in the past, but he hasn't managed to win in Formula 1 as yet. So Rosberg looking to try and correct that, as Wehrlein again has a little think about it, but not again a chance to really get alongside. Meanwhile, just going to keep an eye on the gap between Grosjean and Verstappen as well. It's down to 4.8 seconds on that last lap. So that could be one just to watch. Verstappen catching Grosjean in the closing stages, but Grosjean on a good set of the soft tyres. I think he should have enough in hand.
No, he's going to pull about a second on Grosjean this time around as well, Verstappen, looking at the times. So it should be more than enough, but certainly Grosjean going to see a lot more of that Toro Rosso as he heads to the line.
Rosberg now lapping Felipe Massa, so that's a bit of a shock for Williams, isn't it? To see them being lapped, both cars, and now being lapped by the race leader. Williams finished third in the constructors' table the last couple of years, but they've got a fight on their hands this year, there's no doubt, because they are being beaten by Red Bull, by the Haas team, and by Toro Rosso here today, as Danny Kvyat joins in to the fun, and this is for position. Kvyat is for position against Massa. The Red Bull trying to get past the Williams, and starting from 15th, if Kvyat can get past, then this is a great recovery drive for Danny Kvyat. He's going to try and go, look at the brake dust coming off, but he does it. Kvyat does blast around the outside of Felipe Massa, and indeed both Red Bulls are going to finish ahead of both Williams. Of course, one of those Williams did have a drive-through penalty in the shape of Valtteri Bottas, but nonetheless, it's a bit of a blow today, I think, for the Williams team. They will have to pick themselves up after this one. It has not gone their way. Beaten by Red Bull, beaten by a Toro Rosso and by a Haas in its first season. They won't be happy about that, but, well, I'm sure they will come back fighting next time out in China. We have had 56 laps out of 57. The race leader is on his final lap. And Nico Rosberg, well, his season is starting in style, isn't it? It worked perfectly for him last time out in Australia, and it is all coming good for the German once again here in Bahrain. The perfect getaway after what seemed to be a little bit of a problem at the start of the formation lap. Well, that went out the window because it was just the perfect start for him. It is also the perfect start to the 2016 season. Nico Rosberg wins in Bahrain. Back-to-back victories to start the season and extend his championship lead. Second place is going to go to Kimi Raikkonen for Ferrari, and Lewis Hamilton will survive to finish in third. There is Lewis Hamilton picking up damage at the start of this Grand Prix. We wondered whether he would even finish the race when we saw bits of carbon fibre flying off the car, but he has fought back and he's got valuable points there for third place and a podium finish here.
O tratamento com o Canova tem como objetivo de ação principal a ativação do sistema imunológico. Existe também, como ação, um fortalecimento da vitalidade do organismo como um todo, ocorrendo aumento do apetite, diminuição da dor e uma melhora no estado de ânimo. Tudo isso contribuindo para uma melhor qualidade de vida. São uma forma de terapia que modifica e altera a resposta das células que contribuem na imunidade. Para uma melhor qualidade de vida, Canova do Brasil. Acesse www.canovadobrasil.com.br ou acesse sua página no Facebook.